Hey there, Dani K coming to you from Dani K Gym Wellness. Today's tip is about how negativity brings on even more negativity, whether it's within ourselves, within our workouts, within how we think about ourselves, within, just like everything and anything. We all have bad shit happen. We all have not so good shit happen, and we have some horrible shit happen. But it honestly, it's cliche-ish, and we see it all the time, we hear it all the time. It's how you react to it, and it's the truth. Sometimes we can't help but, obviously if it's a horrible, thing, we can't help but react like, woe is me kind of thing. And that's okay. We can do that, but we can't stay in that, you know what I mean? Like, I find myself, like if something, bad or negative or something happens, whether it's something that you hear, something that you see, something that you feel, or just sometimes you don't even know why you're in that mood or that area, but the more we sit there and we say, well, this is wrong and this is, the more we're going to keep going down. The more we keep going down, the harder it is to get back up. So what I've, been trying to focus on, what I, tell my clients and, and members and stuff like that that come to me, or even people, that Facebook me or message me or whatever, how do you get through this? How do you get through that? It's okay to acknowledge those bad things, but we can't keep talking about them. We can't keep thinking about them. We can't keep staying in that. And sometimes, it's human. We're going to do that. But the key is when we think about that negative thing, or we talk about that negative thing or that bad thing, think of something good and positive. Think about something, or think about 2 or 3 things that are good and positive going on in your life to cancel that one out, to cancel that negative out. Because the more we think about those negatives and talk about those negatives and be in that negative, our self-esteem goes down, our self-worth goes down, we start doubting ourselves, and then we don't work out, we don't eat healthy, because it's like, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do that, I'm worthless, I'm this and this and this and this. Don't give that issue, and it's easier said than done, I know, trust me, but don't give that issue, or try not to give that issue or that person or that thing or whatever it might be, or that thought, that much power. Like I said, it's okay to acknowledge, yes, it hurt, yes, whatever, but think about those positive things, because like I said, it's a spiral, it's a spiral effect downward, and we want to do a spiral effect upward. So the more we can think about more of the positive things that are going on, like the other day, one of my members left out of the gym. There was something, I can't remember exactly what it was, but, I think it was like a flat tire or something like that. But that situation is bad. Doesn't make the whole day bad. It's just that situation. So if we can recognize that, but a lot of times we think, oh, this one situation, oh, our day is ruined. No, it's only ruined because you're thinking about that, and you're thinking, and whatever you put out is what you get back. I've said it before. We all know that. Positivity begets positivity, negativity begets negativity, thoughts become things, those kinds of things. So if we keep thinking about, oh, that flat tire and that pissed me off and this, well, guess what's going to happen? Something else is going to happen bad, because you're not really focusing on something good, or you're not focused, period. So you're focused over here, so something is going to, see, I told you, and then you're focused on these 2 bad things that happened, and then something else happens because you're focused over here. You didn't kind of just let that go, and then something else happens. You're like, see, there goes my whole day, blah, blah. No. It's okay to focus on that flat tire for, for that instance or whatever, but shake it off. I know it's, again, Taylor Swift cliche-ish, but it's true. Shake it off as much as you possibly can. And another way to do that is to start thinking about the positive things, If it's a flat tire, for instance, say you came out from the store and it was flat. Well, Positive is you weren't driving down the freaking road and it popped, could have caused an accident. You know, a positive is, you know what I mean? Like, try and find the positives out of that bad thing so that you're putting that positive energy out there to get more positive energy back to kind of push that negative energy away. Again, and it works with the working out, because if we're feeling down, if we're feeling, you know, self-pity, if we're, you know, and everybody's allowed a pity party, just don't stay there. You know, everybody's allowed to feel, you know, down on themselves here and there for some reason or whatever, but don't give it that much power where you stay there. You know, we're human. We're going to think this, and this about, you know, something or whatever. But think about the positives. You know, you may think something, I don't know, but just try not to give that the negative energy and focus on that negative energy. Try and focus on the positive energy, so that you get into the gym to work out, so that you eat your healthy foods throughout the day. Because, you know, if you're feeling bad about yourself and you're like, screw it, I'm not going to go to the gym, what's the use, yada yada yada, well, then you're going to feel like shit because you didn't go. Then you're not going to have the energy because you didn't go, and that's going to, you know, have this downward effect. And then because you didn't go and you feel like shit, you're not going to eat healthy. So, you know, so those things continue to go downward. We're trying to make them go upward, and bad shit's going to happen. Good shit's going to happen. But just remember, as the good stuff doesn't always stay there, you know, we're not always up here and happy and go lucky and laughing all the time. Sometimes we cry, sometimes we're mad, sometimes, you know. So as this stuff isn't permanent, neither is this negative bad stuff. But if we stay and wallow in that negative and bad stuff, it's going to be more permanent. Well, not permanent, but it's going to stay there more, you know, so we got to get out of that. So a good way of getting out of that, like I tell a lot of my, you know, clients, a lot of my members, and I reiterate that for myself, you know, because we all are human. But when something bad happens, or we're in that bad, you know, attitude, sometimes we don't even know why we're in, you know, a pissy attitude or a pissy mood, but recognize that we are, and then start thinking about some of the good positive things that are happening in our lives, you know. So don't let that one little situation control your whole destiny for the day, because it does, and it will spiral down. You won't get into the gym, you won't eat good, you know, you'll feel like shit even more, and then that's just going to continue. So think about good positive things, and stay on a good positive tip. If you have to write them down, speak them out. Whatever you have to do, but get yourself out of that. And like I said, it's okay to feel that, but get yourself out of it. Don't stay in it, because it has the effect on everything, not just your inner, but here, you know, and, you know, how you work out and train and eat. So think positive, put those positive things out there, cast that negative shit into the sea, so that we can continue on our positive, good and fit and healthy journey. Stay in tune, stay informed, stay motivated. Bye.